Welcome to Violin Adventures number 176. We get right into the repair of our 1700s violin. We also finish up our Holocaust violin and play it one last time. And then I almost forgot about our cello that we've been working on. So we take a look at that too. Hope you enjoy. All right, we're ready to get the cleats into this 1700s violin. And I've got them laid out here. I want to just put them on the key points right now. Okay, the cleating has started. Okay, we're at the 1700s violin and we got to get these clamps off. So the next thing I'm going to do is take these cleats down as far as I can, and also I want to work on lay a sound post patch. There was a crack here on the sound post area, but they just had a cleat, two cleats. So I've been working this morning fitting a sound post patch. And if anything, this is something where I want to be very careful. There are no pockets of glue. I want a really good fit because this is like so important. The weather was so nice, we went outside and replanted all our violins and cellos. Well, since spring has sprung, we got all our little violins and cellos out and painted them, and they're back outside. A few of the customers have been complaining they can't find our house without those out there. Finishing up the Holocaust survivor violin. Okay, here's our beautiful Holocaust survivor. We're going to take it down and work on this edging down here. We'll show you up close before and after. So there's the before shot, and we're going to try to copy this pattern. Okay, here's our Star of David violin, and I've got the edging in. All right, next I'm going to lower the bridge just a little bit. All right, I just got it back set up. We got the edging in. I lowered the bridge. It was just a little bit high, and did some touch up. There's our beautiful violin, and I'm gonna have to send it home, but I gotta play it first, right? So gorgeous violin. It was so nice. We'll get one last look. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, the violin is going to get packed up back to its home where it will be very loved and appreciated. Okay, we're going to take the clamps off of this sound post patch. Okay, we definitely have a little bit of tone coming out in the lower section of the top, but the top section doesn't have that tone. Well, it's got a little bit, but I'm going to check this big patch here. It might be too thick. Yeah, there's one little section. I might take that down and see if we can get a little better response. We're moving on to the bass bar. Okay, I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty, trying to figure out where exactly to place this bass bar and to navigate all the old cracks. And yet to also make it come in the right place in relationship to the bridge. So this might be a little bit of tricky, but I love a challenge to get this just the perfect spot for the best sound and to avoid too many cleats around the bass bar. I'd rather not do that. Okay, I think I've got a good placement, so now involves the fitting of the bass bar, and that can take anywhere from an hour to all day long. So we'll see how this goes. All right, it's still morning and we got the bass bar fitted, so it's time to glue it in. Okay, the bass bar is in. We've got to give this a good amount of time to dry. Okay, it's time to take the clamps off of this bass bar. Okay, I need to take this down. It's way too big, and get it shaped. And then I also found a couple more cracks that I need to glue up. So I'm going to glue those up as soon as I get this shaped, and then we can let it sit for a while. The bass bar is in and it's all carved. Now when I tap the tone, we're definitely getting a lot of good tone. It's not real loud yet because there are a couple buzzes interfering with the tone. Okay, while our glue is heating up, is a good time to read from the Anecdotes of Great Musicians, published in 1895. This is number 157, An Interrupted Concert. Paganini had a cowardly horror of England due to some peculiar experience he had while there. He had a great deal of pride and egotism and continually suspected other violinists, jealous of his fame and ability, of wishing to assassinate him. When he was besought to go to France, he would have declined from fear of assassination had he not been told that he would accumulate great riches from the trip. But finally, his avarice overcame his cowardice. One of the circumstances that made him dislike England was an experience he had in London. One night, in the midst of a brilliant concert, a respectable citizen arose from his seat and, facing the audience, interrupted the proceedings with the following impromptu speech. "Gentlemen, do you not blush at spending a guinea to come and hear a miserable player, a mountebank, who knows only how to get sounds out of a wooden box mounted with catgut? Could you not make better use of your money? Would you not do better to give it to the poor? Look at that big charlatan who is just like the devil. He laughs at your simplicity and puts your money into his pockets. You are a set of fools." Hardly had he finished his tirade when Paganini, greatly frightened and thinking he was followed by assassins, had fled from the concert hall and was on his way to Manchester. Oh my. Now one more, an absent-minded conductor. We have elsewhere spoken of the growth and culmination of Robert Schumann's sad melody. The more serious phases of this affliction were preceded by an occasional absence of mind that sometimes produced ludicrous results. A characteristic instance of his forgetfulness occurred when he was once conducting a rehearsal of Bach's Passion music. The choir had begun the great opening chorus and they were singing bravely along when it was noticed that his beat grew less and less decided and finally stopped altogether. He then laid down his baton, rapidly turned over 50 or 60 pages of the score before him, and became absorbed in reading a movement in the second part of the work. The chorus kept on singing, and Schumann kept on reading, utterly oblivious to what was going on around him. After a while, he became conscious of the singing, and finding that what he had heard did not agree in the least with the music he was reading, he stopped the singers and cried out to them, "Good heavens, ladies and gentlemen, what on earth are you singing there?" Okay, we'll save the rest until next week. Okay, our glue is hot. We have here the bass bar is all shaped and it has definitely given us some tone, which is very promising. But while I tap, there's still some very tiny buzzing going on. So I found two places that are open. I'm going to close those up. And I want to make sure we will not close this violin until I am sure that all the buzzing is stopped. All right, we're going to let these glue maybe over the weekend, and then we'll tap it again and see what it sounds like. But I'm excited that now with the new bass bar, it's given us some tone. Well, we've got here a cello that's about 20 years old, and it has developed a crack right on the open seam here. So I need to take this down and open it up. My mentor used to say he wouldn't open an instrument in front of people because it was too traumatizing for the owner of the instrument to see and hear their dear beloved instrument being opened up. So we'll see how this goes. I may turn the camera off if it gets too dramatic. Okay, we're in a different section of the shop just because all the tables are full of instruments that are wanting attention and they're all drying. So this is our cello, our long forgotten cello. Well, there it is, all varnished. We'll see, it might take a couple more weeks to dry, but I like the darker red now. Freddie wants to chat.
Hi, I'm Freddie, and I got pictures from two of my friends. The first one comes from Mr. Gerald Tackett, and he makes mandolins. Wow!
Mr. Tackett is experimenting with different tone woods. He finds that sycamore is excellent for the back and sides and easy to work. The dark mandolin is sycamore, the reddish one is traditional curly maple, and the clear-coated is cocobolo. All are red spruce tops and maple necks.
Thank you, Mr. Tackett, for sending in the pictures of your beautiful mandolins. The next person who sent some pictures is Jolt Barundi, and he's repairing a violin.
Mr. Jolt has here a Steiner copy. He opened it up and found it was not finished. He also found a broken lower block, so he got to work and regraduated and put in a new bass bar. And I'm sure it sounds much better.
Thank you for sending in your pictures, and I hope you all have a great week. And to my friend that came and visited me, her name was Mrs. Jacobson. Where's my blanket? Okay, bye.
The Hebrew Minute. I may be a little rusty, but this is in the Aramaic to give you a clue. To loti kolchon ula'i v'shakili movla va'ana ani hachon. Come to me, all of you who labor and are heavy laden or burdened, and I will give you rest. If you know where this is found, please leave it in the comments below. Spring is just popping out. Look at those white flowers. Here it is, Friday afternoon. There goes UPS. And last night we had a huge storm, and I evidently slept right through it. Let's go inside and see what's going on. Here's where our cello is. It's got a beautiful color here. So it's drying, and it'll dry for a week or two. This is the little repair that came in. We're getting that seam closed. And over here is our little pochette. No work was done this week on this pochette, but maybe next week we'll see. And here is our 1700's violin. This violin is got two cracks here that we are letting dry. I can't wait to check the tone. Thank you so much for watching, for all your wonderful comments and your thumbs up, and thank you to the new subscribers. And until next time, bye.